Peace YouTube, Missy and TF, just coming to you guys to talk to you about really capturing and gaining control over your fear of failure. I know that I'm not the only person that's been held captive to my fears. I just thought it was important to come to you guys and just try to offer some type of empowerment that, you know, you can release your fears of failure and it will set you on a whole new journey in life. I have a lot of fears, but I try to block them out from interfering with anything that I do in life. For example, I never would have done a YouTube video. I would have never been on YouTube if I was fearful of the reception, or what are people going to say, or what are people going to think, what if I don't get subscribers, you know, just that whole fear of failure or not being successful in that journey. And it was a fear that crept in my mind, but obviously you see that I'm here and I'm making my videos and I'm making, you know, strides in my life, and I'm producing YouTube videos and have created, you know, subscribers, and I guess there's something about me that, you know, resonates with other people. So, you know, sometimes you just have to grab yourself up by the bootstraps, kick, you know, fear of failures ass to the curb, and go on and do what you have to do, because it will debilitate you. It can disable you and prevent you from doing the things that you want to do, you know, with your life. If I would have allowed the fear of failure to capture me and to take hold of me, I never would have went natural. I never would have. I would have just put it off, or it would be nice to go natural, but I don't know. What if it doesn't work? What if my big chop is ugly? You know, there was a fear there, but I did not act on that fear. You know what I mean? I mean, for me personally, I transitioned for 3 months, and after that, I was ready. You know what I mean? So I never would have done a YouTube video. I never would have, you know, gone natural. I never would have actually started my writing business. You know, I have 10 years experience in human resources. But, you know, and I was doing all this writing, and people were like, you know, you should start your own writing business. I didn't know nothing about starting a writing business, starting no business. How's I going to find clients? What was I going to do? What if I wasn't successful? You know, all these fears crept in, and it could have prohibited me and disabled me from actually being able to pursue, you know, a career in freelance writing. And, you know, I kicked that fear's ass to the curb, and that's what I do now. You know, I do freelance writing from home, and it's such a liberating experience to have control over your fears, where they don't dictate what you will and what you won't do. Up till now, you know, I have mentioned a couple of times to you guys that I was starting a new business endeavor, and my new business endeavor is a company called Urban Mosaics LLC, and it's a clothing line that has a focus on natural hair, but is not limited to the scope of natural hair. But there'll be more information coming forward. If you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about that, you can go over to coilqueen.blogspot.com, and you can read on the About Us page about what Urban Mosaics is about. But had it been a fear of failure, I never would have went on that venture or that journey. And was I fearful? Yeah, you know, what if it doesn't work out? What if people don't buy the clothes? You know, I don't know anything about the apparel industry. What's a print screener? How do you get stuff printed on shirts? How do you find a graphic designer? You know, I'm not an artist. You know, all these things and questions of fear can really, again, be debilitating, and actually can hold you back from doing what you want to do, and that your dreams and your aspirations. And I can just reach one person out there is to just release that fear, release it, and take control over it. You know, the human spirit is one that is really unconquerable. You know, there's nothing that you can't do, and people say that now. It's so blasé that, oh, there's nothing you can't do, you know, and we are unstoppable. We really are. And you know, the difference between the people who are successful and the people who aren't is that they had the courage to go for what they know and to pursue their dreams and their passions with fervor. And were they fearful? I'm sure they were, but still knowing this is going to work, there is no other option, and that failure is not an option. And fear of failure is just a negative emotion that can hold you back from blossoming into something beautiful and utilizing your skills and your talents for something that you're actually passionate about. On a personal note, you know, I went to college right after high school, and in college I was raped, and it was pretty traumatic for me. And you know, I finished out the school year, and after that school year I moved back home. And you know, because of that experience, you know, and then of course, you know, people are, and the person that raped me was a very popular guy on campus. And you know, it actually just happened around the time that Mike Tyson had raped the one young lady, and people were, you know, not believing her, thinking she was a gold digger, thinking she was stupid for going to his hotel and stuff like that. So it was all around that time. And people would whisper and say things in front of me, or say that he didn't do it, when they don't know. You know, they weren't there or didn't see me run out of the dorm stark naked across the yard up to my dorm, 4 flights of stairs in the hallway, crying and screaming on the payphone for my mom and dad to come pick me up while I'm stark naked. You know, they didn't see that. They didn't experience that. But that fear of what happened to me, the fear of actually going back to college, being, you know, alone, being in the dark, walking on a college campus and being raped again, that prohibited me from going back to school. Actually, I was fearful that situation would happen to me again, and I didn't know if I would be able to fight him off like I tried to fight off the one man. But you know, we went to court and everything, and you know, there was a trial, and you know, he went to prison. But I just was fearful that I wouldn't be able to protect myself again if the situation ever happened again. And it prohibited me from going to school for a decade. I didn't go back to college till I was 28 years old. That happened when I was 18. And I don't know what happened, but I finally was able to gain control over that fear and go back to college, because that's something that I wanted to do. I found a college that focused on, you know, adult degree programs for adults and the Center for Lifelong Learning. Then I was like, well, maybe I won't be able to succeed in college because I'm going to fail math, and I can't go to college if I go to, you know, take this math class. Are there math classes? Because if there's a math class, I'm afraid I'm going to fail, and so I'm just not going to go to college. And so I had to again conquer that fear, and I did have to take an algebra class, and I busted my tail off. I was crying. I had calculators. I had graph papers. I was going to tutoring every Saturday, and you know what? The professor still failed me. He still failed me. And it was just a lesson, you know, that my hardest and what I was doing wasn't good enough to actually pass that class. I had to take it again. It's the only class I ever failed in school, and that was in undergraduate school. You know, so we can allow fears to control our lives, or we could take control of them and do something magnificent with our life. When you take control of fear, it's something that happens in the universe, or you know, I feel like God does something that changes your life dramatically. You know, if you want to start your own business, you don't have to know all the ins and outs of what happens in that business. Once you start looking, and there's resources that's out there, there are people that are out there who are willing to help you, and once you start surrounding yourself with like-minded people, it's amazing the information that just comes to you and the people that you meet. It's absolutely amazing. So don't let, if there's something that you want to do, don't let your lack of knowledge, because you don't know what you don't know, don't let that intimidate you or keep you back from pursuing what it is that you want to do. Go for it, and you can do it. If you want to start your own business, you know, there are centers. We have here an entrepreneurial center. It's through the Small Business Development Center. So just Google, like, for your local area if you're interested, the SBDC, which stands for Small Business Development Center. There are tons of them across the country where they will help you. People will help you with your business packages, with business planning, getting, you know, registering, articles of incorporation, whether you want to be a corporation or a C Corp or LLC, etc. They will help you with that and provide you with all the resources and just help you along your journey, because they want to see you be successful. And they'll also, you know, help you with, like, registering and getting a tax ID and things of that nature. So I will highly encourage you to go to your look up and Google your local Small Business Development Center, and they will provide you with a wealth of information. There are free seminars that happen all the time, and I go to the seminars very frequently. I mean, you just meet, you get an opportunity to meet and network with other people, although that's not the premise of the free seminars. But while you're there, obviously, you know, you might be sitting next to someone that's in your trade or in your business that can help you. So I would highly recommend that. And so once you sit on that journey and you let go of your fears, it is absolutely amazing and such a blessing. I cannot tell you how much of a blessing, you know, the blessings that happen to you, you know, because I already know that I'm blessed and highly favored, you know, by the Lord, you know, and I still feel that every day there are blessings that He bestows upon me and everyone, whether you recognize them or not, you know, and not all blessings come, you know, wrapped with a pink bow, you know. There's just lessons that you have to learn, and you have to fail at something in order to get better. I think I was watching a video the other day, and this guru, or this entrepreneurial guru, said that, you know, he fails every day, and if he's not failing every day, then he's not progressing or moving forward or learning anything, you know. It's how you get better. So I just thought that was pretty profound. In this day and age, everyone wants, like, instant, you know, instantaneous gratification, and, you know, it doesn't work that way, you know. These are things that you have to work on. You actually have to work at every single day, you know. So whether it's, again, whether you want to, you know, lose weight, you want to start a business, you want to be in a happy relationship with a person, and you can't seem to let go of anger or frustration or hurt from your previous relationship because you're fearful of that vulnerability, you're fearful of getting hurt again, let it all go and conquer it, because it is amazing, again, you guys, what really happens when you conquer that fear and just let it go, you know, and take control of that. And also with, you know, financial freedom, you know, I know that I did a couple of series on, you know, financial freedom, and even that can be, you know, it's scary. Some people might be fearful, that they might fear that, you know, well, I don't know how to do a budget, or what if I do actually create a budget and then I'm fearful that I won't have enough money to do what I want to do for extracurricular activities and things of that nature. It's just about gaining control of that fear. So I hope that this, you know, video resonated with some of you guys that are out there. Just wanted to pass on the information, pass on the encouragement, and, you know, there's nothing that you can't do, and that there are people that are out there that are willing to help you and that are interested in your success. It could be, you know, a mutual stranger or someone else that's out there that's in the same business that you're wanting to get in. You know, and some people might feel a little territorial about it, you know. You might be thinking, well, I'm fearful to reach out to people for their help because I might get rejected. You know, not everyone is going to reject you, you know. With Urban Mosaics, I've reached out to certain people in the industry and in the apparel business, and they haven't returned my phone calls or emails, or, you know, I've asked them what were their secrets to success or what were some of their pitfalls, and some of them responded and some of them didn't. But I never would have known if I was too fearful to reach out, you know, afraid of rejection, then I wouldn't have got the information that I've gotten now. And so just let go of your fear of failure, you know. Now there are some things, honey, I'm gonna keep it I'm just gonna tell y'all, I have a fear of, you know, I have a fear of ships. And one day, you know, I will conquer that fear. You know, now I've gone out like on like a kind of like a, what is it, like a yacht kind of thing or whatever. When we go to Boston, we all go out in the water, but like a cruise ship, that frightens the mess out of me. And one day, and I'm working on that now because life is way too short for me not to experience a cruise. It's something that I want to experience, and I've heard such great things about it. But my fear of drowning and some old Titanic stuff happening, you know, it scares the living mess out of me. But I will be going on a cruise, and I'll be coming back and reporting to you guys how I conquered my fear of cruise ships. And there's a lot of fears that I have that I just, you know, I have to condition my mind, you know, just like anyone else. I'm coming to you guys, I'm not a, you know, a subject matter expert on it, but it's something that I work on every single day. So I hope that this helped you guys, and that, again, that it resonated to someone. And if I could just make a difference in one person's life, if just one person this resonates with, and that makes change in their life to gain control of their fear of failure, then I'm truly blessed. So I hope that you guys found this helpful, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you really soon. Peace out.